Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today's look is on this right here. I got really inspired by the Juvia's Place Masquerade palette, the magenta color in it. So I decided to make like a nice summery glam simple eye. So if you guys are interested in seeing how to get this look here, then just keep on watching. So starting off this look, I'm going to go ahead and prime my eyes with my MAC Soft Ochre Paint Pot like always, and I already have my eyebrows done. I have a whole separate video on this if you're interested in seeing how I do mine. Then we're going to go ahead and jump into the Kathleen Lights Morphe palette, and I'm going to take this nice neutral shade and I'm just going to set that primer that we put on our eyelids before. This is just going to help our eyeshadows blend seamlessly. Then jumping into this yellow-brown shade on a fluffy brush, I'm just going to buff this into my crease area. This is going to give us a good shape to our eyes, and we're going to make the edge of this round because this is doing the outline of our look, and I just keep layering this until it gets to the intensity that I want. Then jumping into my Masquerade palette by Juvia's Place, I'm going to take this orangey brown and I'm going to take it on a little bit smaller fluffy brush and slowly start to build this in my outer corner and crease area. I'm going about a quarter of the way onto my lid and about halfway into my crease, keeping it lower than the yellow color, and again building this to the intensity that I want. Then going into more of a red brown. This is a little bit deeper and I'm taking it on a more concentrated blending brush and I'm going to buff this into my very outer corner area and blend it all the way in on my crease. The reason why I want it to go a little bit further is because I want to put some depth behind that pink that we're going to layer on top of it. And I'm just again building this to the intensity that I want and doing little circular motions to make it nice and blended into the other two shades that we put on previously. Then going into this beautiful magenta color on a super tiny blending brush, I'm going to buff this into my very inner crease area. This is just going to go on the first half of my crease, and again just blending it into the crease, not blending it down, and I'm blending all the way to my tear duct area. Then I'm going to hop into the Morphe palette again, and I'm going to take this nice golden shade, and I'm going to pack that right underneath it all the way up to that edge of the magenta color and into my tear duct area and blend it across my lid area. Not going into the darker colors, stopping about 2/3 of the way across. Then in that little gap, I'm going to take that pink color again, or magenta color, and I'm just going to buff it right in between the two, just to add a pop of color and blend the two together. And then I'm going to go in and just build up intensity until it gets to the intensity that I want it to be. Then I'm going to go back in with the brush we used previously without any additional product and just blend that little edge together to where it has a nice flow. Then going back into that red-brown color that we used previously, I'm just going to go ahead and deepen up my outer crease area, and then I'm going to blend it out with the first fluffy brush that we used to make sure all the edges are nice and seamless. Then I'm going to be going into my e.l.f. cream eyeliner in black, and I'm going to line my tight line. And I'm only lining my tight line, not worrying about my waterline. I just want to do this to help the fake lashes blend. Then going into my Lash Accelerator Mascara by Rimmel, I'm just going to give a quick coat to my upper lashes, just again to help the lashes blend that we're about to use. And the lashes I chose for today, I actually found them on eBay. Somebody I follow on Instagram uses them, so I went ahead and purchased them, and I absolutely love them. I can't remember the name of them because it's super strange, but I will put a link in the description box of what they are. Then going back into that red-brown color, moving on to my lower lash line, I'm just going to put this on the outer half of my lid and feather into the about 2/3 of the way across. And I'm just going to build that until it gets to the intensity that I want it to be. Then going into the orange brown, again on the same brush, I'm just going to go right over top of that. That's going to lighten up the very edges of that and help the edges of it buff out. Then going into more of a taupe brown because I want to add a little bit more depth to it. The contrast between the taupe and the warm is going to give it a little bit of a darker brown color, and I'm just going to go over top of that. Then going into this the one that I used previously as my transition shade, I'm just going to buff out the very edges of that to make sure the whole eye blends seamlessly from the upper crease to the lower lash line. Then going in with that gold color again, I'm just going to add a little bit more to my inner corner tear duct area just to give it a nice pop. Then going into this nice yellowy champagne color, I'm just going to highlight my brow bone. Then dipping back into my Lash Accelerator mascara, I'm just going to give a really good coat of that on my lower lashes. And what I like to do with the mascara whenever I'm wearing false lashes is I like to shape them similar to what my lashes look like, so it all ties in together. Then going into my Nivea Men's Aftershave, yes, this is an aftershave, but it is an amazing primer. Hands down recommend to anybody who's looking for a good primer that does not have glycerin in it. It's going to really help your makeup stick. Then going into my Rimmel Lumi True Match Foundation, I'm just going to buff that all over my skin with an angled kabuki brush. And I like to use this brush because I love the coverage that it gives and the finish that it gives. Obviously use whatever you like the most, but this is my favorite, especially for this foundation. Then I'm jumping into my concealer, and this is my Maybelline Master Concealer. I had to think about that for a minute. I have a few from Maybelline. But I'm just highlighting my under eye area in an upside down triangle, the bridge of my nose, and my chin. And I moved to a smaller brush for right beneath my eyes because I don't want to mess up my eye makeup that I had previously. I just want to clean up those edges. Then going back into my bigger brush, I'm just going to blend that onto my face. Then using my Bed Night Colorless Luxury Powder, I'm going to set my under eye area just because I want to keep that highlight nice and bright and I want to keep it from creasing. I'm also going to go down the bridge of my nose and on my chin, so pretty much everywhere where we put concealer, I want to set with that powder. Then for the rest of my face, I'm going into my CoverGirl Loose Powder in Light, and I'm using the powder puff in it and I'm pressing it into my foundation just to give it a flawless finish, fill in any gaps that the foundation did not cover or I need a little bit more coverage. It's going to help neutralize all of it. Then for contouring today, I'm going to be using my Kat Von D Shade and Light contour palette. I'm taking that middle shade to give it a little bit of warmth to my skin, and I'm just going in the hollows of my cheeks, on my temple area / forehead, and my jawline, just to give us some depth to our face and some definition. Then for contouring, I'm going to be using the shade on the farthest edge to the left, and I'm just taking this on my Moda brush, and I'm taking, this has more of an ash tone to it, so it's going to give us a nice shadow on our face without making it look like mud, because if you go too warm, it doesn't look like a shadow, it looks like mud on your face. So this is going to help neutralize that out and just give us a nice definition. Then going into my Lorac California blush palette, I'm taking the one on the far right, and I'm just going to be lightly buffing this onto my cheeks. And I'm going lightly on this because it is a darker blush. I love the tone of it, but I am very pale, so I have to be careful. Then going into the golden highlighter on the very left edge of it, I will just be putting this on the tops of my cheekbones with my Morphe brush, and I'm also putting it on the bridge of my nose and my chin. Even though this is a little bit darker, it still looks good on pale skin. So you pale ladies, don't you worry, I got you. Then going into Teddy Bear by Lime Crime. This is one of my favorite pinks. You guys know I'm not a pink lipstick person at all. I feel like it just looks awkward on me. I just don't feel comfortable in it. But this has a nice mauve pink to it, so it has a nice depth behind the pink that we have. And I love it. I love it so much. You guys need to get it. If you guys don't like pink but want to wear it, this is the best way to do it. Then going into my NYX Dewy Finish Setting Spray. I'm just spraying that all over my face, and you guys are done. That's it for this video today. I hope you guys enjoyed, and if you did, make sure to give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to support my channel and join the family. Follow me on all of my social media. I have Snapchat, Pinterest, Facebook, and Instagram. Otherwise, I'll see you next time. Bye!